Welcome to another thrilling edition of PremierTwo. My name is Peter, and thank you for joining me on a soggy, wet, but nice and warm day in Tokyo, Japan. I am back. I am feeling better than ever. I will endeavor to entertain you for a couple of hours today. You know what? We haven't done like a tier list in a while. Is there any kind of like, let's get controversial, like one of these, a fast food tier list. Arby's was absolutely an F tier for like 20 years. Then they got their shit together, and then it was like, bam. Okay, then maybe this is too controversial. Cereal? Ooh, cereal is one of my favorite foods. I consider myself an absolute authority on cereal. Like, I know cereal better than anybody. Captain Crunch one time wrote Cousin Jeff. That means he wrote me. Somebody already ranked these, and what have they done? You cannot be serious. I want to find this person and punch them in the face. They have Raisin Bran in A tier. What kind of lunatic puts Raisin Bran in an A tier right next to Oops All Berries? That's fake. I like Raisin Bran too, but that's a fake list. These are all of the different cereals we're looking at. You've got like the Honeycombs, the Cheerios, Corn Pops. What was your go-to when you were young? All of these. There are two cereals that I look at right here that I've never had before. That would be Kellogg's Craves and where was it? Gorilla Munch and Sour Patch. This is degenerate. This is embarrassing. All right, here's what we're gonna do. S3 Max. This is purely for the ones I don't know. C is for trash. B is good, but not great. A, solid cereal. There you go. Only 3 reach the hallowed ranking of S tier. A solid cereal can have as many as we like. B is good, but not great. Here's the other rules are, the question is cereal with water or skimmed milk? I think like if you're gonna do it, either have it with 2% or whole. That's just, or like the cool like dairy ones. Don't mix it up. Don't do chocolate milk. Part of the 2% I think is the baseline in which all of these rankings are being evaluated. Don't be the weird one kid who was like, I use orange juice. Huh? No oat milks, no almond milks, no flavor adjusted milks. The reason for that is simple. We're trying to let the cereal have kind of 2 taste profiles. 3 really. We're judging how long do you have to eat it before you pour the milk into the bowl and start your breakfast, lunch, or dinner or late night snack. Because not all cereals are created equal, right? Some of that stuff gets soggy fast, and the strategy is to use a smaller bowl and constantly refill it. I'm not gonna eat Fruity Pebbles dry. You're never gonna catch me eating a handful of Wheaties from my pocket. I might throw in some Oops or some Captain Crunch berries and decide that I want to build up strength on the roof of my mouth. I have a confession. My grandma makes the cereal milk by mixing water and condensed milk. I don't like it, but I love her. This is a safe spot for you to tell us. It's fine. Apple Jacks is an interesting one because as soon as you take a bite of Apple Jacks, you're like, oh, yeah, this is amazing. But it's like a donut. Like the more you eat it, the more you're like, I'm tired of this shit. And it's crazy because this one's one of the unfortunate cereals that gets soggy and the entire taste is actually completely ruined. I think I need one more category. Would be B, but soggy. I mean, literally Apple Jacks is one of the most disgusting cereals if it's been in the bowl for more than 3 minutes. It's everything that I want. It's colorful, it's exciting, but the minute that it's been in there for like, as it's like wet and like it's dissipating, like a life preserver that was bitten by a shark and is now deflating rapidly, just like your hopes of a good meal. Boo Berry Monster Marshmallows. Boo Berry's nice. I'm a sucker for marshmallows. I am. I like marshmallows in my cereal. The marshmallows are fun. I like to dodge them with my spoon sometimes, and then I just have one epic bite of just huge marshmallows. Sometimes I like to evenly place them out with 1 marshmallow per spoonful. Sometimes I go a la carte and just say whatever fate has given me. What the hell is this? First of all, Sparkled Donut Crunch. Sink that shit now, Cap'n. That never needed to be made. I'm actually really disappointed in them. This is for parents who aren't even watching what their kids are eating. They don't care that they've been on the iPad all day. They're just like, oh, it keeps crying. Give it sugar. Here's your sprinkled donut. No, that's so stupid. Get peanut butter crunch out of there too. With Captain Crunch, I think this one is for the faint of heart. They're gonna say trash. They're gonna say Captain Crunch is trash because you can have the better version with Captain Crunch berries. It's the same thing, but you're actively choosing something worse. But I love Captain Crunch. That weird cornmeal or whatever it is, I'm gonna put it on B. It is mid to you. I love it. I actually love it. I love that through pain will come pleasure. See this? This is a man who likes Captain Crunch. I'm just gonna put this right here, right now, and I don't even need to see a lot of the other list. Boom. Captain Crunch berries. Oops, all berries. You. You greedy bastard. This is what happened in the ancient Greek story of Icarus. We all agreed that Captain Crunch berries was the best, and then they said, what if we just gave kids all the berries? Show some restraint. That's like me going like, oops, I only brought my favorite game for game night. Oops is used as a replacement for being a dickhead. Cheerios is a solid cereal if you're a loser. Why don't you go back to trash, nerd? Yeah, cool. I'm trying to eat healthy. Then don't eat cereal. If you're gonna choose Cheerios, you immediately gravitate towards the only good one, which is Honey Nut. Honey Nut Cheerios is godlike. The only time people buy Cheerios is when the doctor says, like, you're at risk of heart disease. And then you're like, oh, what does that mean? They're like, you need to make some dietary changes. And the first thing you do is you go buy, you're like, I'll buy Cheerios and be healthy. And then 2 weeks later, you're already back on burgers and you're also getting like Captain Crunch and Honey Nut Cheerios, all that shit. You do it out of fear. Chocolate Cheerios, this is actually an abomination. How could they spend their entire life building up a healthy profile and then throwing it all in the garbage for money? I didn't even know it existed. It's like world's leading heart disease. I can see the boardroom. They said, hey, we're thinking of like, how can we up the ante? They're like, put cursive on chocolate. That'll get some of our, 30s, 40s, maybe married couples. They're like, oh, it's cursive. It's cute. It's healthy. And then one guy in the back, he's just like, gluten's a big key word right now. Gluten is so hot. Why don't we just make it gluten-free? Man, they hit every single little cheating advertisement on there in once. That being said, I kind of like Frosted Cheerios, which is, I know. So I have to adhere by my own rules. I actually really like them though. Like I think they're very good. Oh my God, I can't believe we're reviewing Chex. Okay, blueberry Chex, I didn't know had a thing. Cinnamon Chex though is good. I have a soft spot for cinnamon, gluten-free as well. And look, 100% real cinnamon. Rice Chex is just trash. This is like on a zombie apocalypse and you go to like a supermarket that's been raided 13,000 times. There's probably still 3 or 4 boxes of Rice Chex that are still there. And you're like, I'm good. Let's just leave that. Like, what's the alternative? Nothing. What? Who are these fakers? What the f is this? These assholes are trying to take Cookie Crisp? How could Chips Ahoy step on Cookie Crisp? That's crazy. Trash. Cinnabon, trash. That's a separate meal. Cinnabuns are not allowed to be a cereal. It's a cinnamon roll. You eat this, it looks like the thing you're gonna shit out later. It's disgusting. I'm kind of worried now. I'm worried because Cinnamon Toast Crunch is probably already in my S tier. I've already filled up 2 of my 3 S tier slots. This one does suffer that if you leave Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the bowl too long, the soggy Cinnamon Toast Crunch is awful. The good news is that I've never met somebody who does not devour it as soon as it's in the bowl because it's so good. And you get a delicious glass of cinnamon milk afterwards. Cocoa Puffs? I'm actually getting really upset with General Mills. I'm tired of their real cocoas, but I really do like Cocoa Puffs. That's a solid cereal. Cookie Crisp. Damn. Cookie Crisp's a tough one. It's a solid cereal. When I was a kid, this is back in the 80s. This cereal was kind of like a forbidden fruit. Even getting this cereal, like if you could convince your mother to buy you Cookie Crisp, it's like you beat the devil. It was impossible because the idea that your child would be able to eat cookies for breakfast was insane. And that made it kind of a rarity. Cornflakes, honestly, I just really like that rooster. I like cornflakes. It's fine. And the thing about cornflakes is I like the rooster and I like the word Kellogg's. If we don't give some sort of a nod to the classics, then we can't do this. And I feel like without cornflakes, we have no tier list. We have no cereal. Cornflakes are gross when they get soggy. You know what? True. But it's better than apple ass. Corn Pops? Corn Pops are interesting. It's either an A or a B for me. That's it. It's one of those two. I'm gonna go solid cereal. Corn Pops is great because it's one of the no frills cereal. The after milk is extraordinary. It's very good. Count Chocula, this is gonna be, I think we're gonna have some division. Count Chocula is garbo. It's so gross. It's trash. Not only are the marshmallows dog shite, that is like the lamest chocolate taste. His eyes are doing like the agehow or whatever the thing is where they're like, oh, because he's overloading on chocolate. It's disgusting. I've never heard of this cereal in my life. However, for right now, as a placeholder, I'm gonna put Cracklin' Oat Bran in the S tier. First of all, I love that this is designed for somebody who's 117. This is probably my final meal. And they had the audacity to give it a cracklin'. But for now, for the sheer marketing genius of including the words fiber and whole grain and cracklin' and an oat bran, I'm gonna give it that spot for about 2 seconds and we're good. Eggo cereal maple syrup. You. This is an overreach, a classic overreach. The Cinnabon, the Eggo, the Chips Ahoy, because they already have an established product and they're trying to step in and say, no, we want more. I'm so concerned about Frankenberry. So far, this is the only cereal that doesn't show it. It's just his face. That's kind of scary. Top tooth, bottom tooth. French Toast Crunch, you greedy all right, we're getting to some good ones. Fruit Loops are an interesting one. Fruit Loops are tough because we have the soggy issue. When they're soggy are so bad. When they're right on the milk, it's really good. I'm gonna go would be B, but soggy. Oh, shit. Frosted Flakes. Dude, they're great. That's an A cereal. In fact, I'm gonna say they're the best of the A's. I cannot remember the last time that I had Frosted Flakes and was like, oh, Frosted Flakes. And this is one of the only cereals you can get in Japan. Oh, dude. Frosted Mini Wheats. This is so crazy because first, Frosted Mini Wheats started at C is for trash. And then every 3 years I grew up, I'd be like, nah, it's good, but I'm too slow at eating them. And then I'm like, no, these are really great. My dad loved these. And then by the time I'm done, Frosted Mini Wheats are really good. The thing about Frosted Mini Wheats is the same reason that I like Diablo 2. It's the same reason we like gacha games. It's the same reason that we play these games that are like eternally teasing us with the perfect pull. Because when you get the perfect Frosted Mini Wheat that has the extra white frosting on it, it is the single best cereal bite you will have. So sometimes you get the Frosted Mini Wheat that has like 3 strips of white frosting and you're like, no way. As the cereal moves around, this one bubbles to the top and you're thinking, is that milk or is that ain't no way that's frosting. Ain't no way that's frosting. And then you're like, oh my God, it is. The original Genshin cereal, Golden Crisp. Honestly, the one cereal that I would actively avoid. One of the most disgusting cereals I have ever had the pleasure of putting in my mouth. Golden Smacks and Golden Crisp are an abomination. Even their tagline is an affront to honesty. All right, Golden Grams. We gotta lock in. I love Golden Grams. It's these two fighting for S. Dude, I love Golden Grams. They're so good. I'll also eat these dry. Golden Grams have great milk. They have a unique taste. They have an awesome texture. It lasts a long time too. They don't get soggy quick. Their texture is like what I imagine ambrosia tasted like to Greek gods. I'm gonna put it on A and I'm gonna put Frosted Flakes right ahead of it, but I'm telling you right now, Golden Grams are godlike. Harambe, I've never heard of this cereal. I don't know what that is. That can't be real. Honey Bunches Bunches of Oats. That's an old person cereal. My God. If you had opened the pantry of every single empty nester in the United States, they're gonna have Honey Bunches of Oats. I'm gonna put it in B, but I feel like the flake is kind of shitty on it. It's carried hard by the little honey clusters. If you had a better flake with those honey clusters, it'd be S. I'm gonna put it there. Honeycombs. Honeycomb soggy are ass. Nah, I'm gonna keep it here. I like honeycombs. Honey Nut Cheerios. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. It's such an iconic cereal. Here's the problem. We've got 3 honey cereals. I think we need to have a vote off. One of these is going down to B, one of these is going into A, and one of those is going into S. I think my vote is Honey Nut Cheerios is the GOAT. Honeycomb is going into B for soggy. Honey Bunches of Oats stays here. And the Honey Nut Cheerios goes to S. I think that's where we're going to settle it. Honey Nut Cheerios goes right now into S. Garbage, go lean, go yourself. Kix, look, Kix is for kids, and I'm 41. And if their whole kid tested, mother approved. Also, they taste like shit. Kellogg's Crave, I'm craving the trash can. Life is a board game. Also, life sucks. Lucio's, did the Blizzard downfall start when they took a meme joke and and made a cereal? I feel like that's what happened. Top of the morning to ya. Look at the little leprechaun dancing around the Lucky Charms. B is fair. Nutter Butter, get out. Oreos goes along with all these other cheaters. Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles go together. Pop-Tarts, you stupid Greedy. You know what? We need a whole nother thing. Eggo, that's Pop-Tarts. That's Chips Ahoy. It's Oreos. It's Nutter Butters. It's Donettes. It's Cinnabon. You jerks. Raisin Bran. I don't know. Raisin Bran is good, but it's like, it's not bad. It's a good cereal. But I also feel like if you buy Raisin Bran, you've given up another part of your life that you're like, what else have you done that's wrong? Have you just not been with another partner for 4 or 5 years? Have you not had a promotion in forever? Are you like so despondent that you're like, I guess Raisin Bran? It's a divorced dad cereal. Yeah. You know what? We have, I think we have another row. And that's definitely Raisin Bran, and we're just gonna move it right now. It's Special K. Those are the 2. I mean, I'm just saying it. It's the sad dad row. It's men get Raisin Bran, women get Special K. That's it. Raisin Bran Crunch. Just stop. You're just trying to, that's too much. Ooh, Reese's Puffs. Now, okay, this is tough because traditionally, you greedy jerks, you just had to have a cereal. I've been consistent. But Reese's Puffs slap. These are really good, but I'd be going against all of this. It's like Shawshank Redemption. Like Shawshank, you know, exceptions can be made for good prisoners. It's a solid cereal. Rice Krispies, the Snap, Crackle, and Pop trio. You know, the problem with Rice Krispies is that it's the only cereal that I can think of that's better when you make it into a different dish, which makes me put it here. This is not even the best it can be. You just make it into, like, why would anyone want Rice Krispies when you could just have it be a Rice Krispie treat? Get these guys out of here. S'mores, just shut up. Sour Patch, you greedy jerks, you just had to have a cereal. Special K, fruits and yogurt, nice try. Kellogg's Mini Wheats Strawberry, greedy bastards. Tricks. And we're gonna skip dad, and I'm just gonna go all the way down to trash. Waffle Crisp. Did Waffle Crisp have commercials where they had these old people in yellow jumpsuits? I think they did. Let's take a look.
Proud creators of new Post Waffle Crisp cereal. No rocking chairs or bingo parlors for these gals. No, sir. Just look at them go.
Ready? Pour!
Harnessing years of good old American waffle know-how. To make sure every scrumptious bite of Waffle Crisp cereal tastes just like Grandma's homemade waffles and syrup. And how? Introducing Post Waffle Crisp.
They should be retired. This is like illegal. This is like the anti-making kids work. Solid cereal. I actually really like Waffle Crisp. Wheaties? We're gonna go with, nah, bro, I'm cutting. That's the fake athlete cereal. Honestly, I think this is a insanely good list. I don't even think I need to revisit it. An absolutely diverse trio. And then we have an amazing solid cereal. Yeah, look at all that trash. This is what's under your shoe when you're walking. All right, that was a clean tier list, dudes. I'll see you guys in the dusty trail with Gruff Boulay soon. But until then, have a great night, guys. Bye-bye.